receiver to, you give him the freedom to interpret, you know, what he's actually experiencing.
Definitely.
You know, so
Yeah, every piece of art is different for a different person.
Right.
entirely. I mean, we may crunch out a couple of, you know, songs that may have some sort of political connotations, and then other songs which are a lot more introverted, a lot more emotional, which really can't be as pinpointed as easily, you know.
Right.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, when I wrote a lot of songs, sometimes I just went off of a feeling, you know, a set feeling of what I wanted to write about. And, you know, there were plenty of times where I would sit down to write at night and I couldn't write because I wasn't within that emotional frame.
Right.
And, you know, you kind of have to, when you sit down and write a song, you can't just write what sounds good, you know, at least for me, I can't. You know, I have to write along a basis of concept. And what I would do is I just devise a concept for a song, like a feeling I wanted to go with, or, you know, or a purpose. And just go with it and write the song until it was done. And that was the key thing with finding Xander was, a lot of people I've come across were just, you know, they just have their perception of what needs to be done, and they think it's just, you know, you got to go out and just be the scene kind of person where you sing the typical, you know, generic thing that, you know, everybody wants to hear. And Xander's got, you know, an extensive vocabulary with a wonderful poetic, you know, type of lyric, you know, writing ability, and it all just fell together with the music. And you know, it was really amazing that I finally found somebody that actually had that ability to really convey something there.
well, thank you, Peter.
Yeah, you know, there are a lot of bands out there that will write songs just to match the scene, or the scene that they're catering to, as opposed to making music for music and having, I don't know, kind of the various scenes find it,
Yeah.
so to speak. I don't know how else to phrase that, and it didn't quite come out right.
Entirely, it's like we find a lot of peace, mutual peace, right in the center. Although we seem to apparently come from different, you know, sides of the spectrum, I think I contribute a lot more of the Gothic aspect,
Yes.
whereas the music is more predominantly known, at least, as an EBM outfit.
Right, but I take those genres. I take
Exactly.
I take the you know, the journeys into the, you know, other side of my personality, which is that more dark, slow, gothic kind of side, and, you know, it's an emotional thing, and he's there to convey both of them. It's wonderful how he can do that. A lot of people can't do that. They're either strictly EBM or strictly gothic, and, you know, it's really not that diverse.
No. I agree. So yes, I have one last track here queued up, Searching for Answers. Is there any special story or anything behind this one, or?
Well, this one actually is more of like a kind of questioning between mankind's desire to, you know, believe in a God and stop questioning it just to believe in a faith. You know, where I've always, you know, like, you know, the movie Contact?
Mm-hmm.
And I've always gone on that kind of premise where, you know, if you stop questioning things, you're just being stagnant. You're not actually continuing to expand your mind. You know, you're just setting yourself on something.
Right.
And I'm not saying I don't believe in anything. I, you know, do believe in something, and who knows what it is. But that's exactly what it is we don't know. You know what I'm saying? And to instantly try to define that you know something is, I don't know, in my opinion, I think there's more to it than that. You have to really keep searching. And so, you know, Searching for Answers was a concept. And, you know, with Xander's lyrics, the way he comes into it, again, it leaves it open to the listener. You know, the way the lyrics are, if you read them, you'll see that it leaves it open to the listener to yeah, you probably better say it than I can.
Well, yeah, I mean, the song itself is more like just pretty much expressing. It's more like a cathartic episode, if you will, just purging out what we think that lies betwixt, you know, those who believe and those who are the skeptics.
Exactly.
You know, I think overall society, you know, a good dose of skepticism would do society a bit, you know.
And there's very few in between, oddly. You know, it's left, right, you know.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
few in between.
I think the key is to walk the balance, to walk
Like
right
Carl
in
Sagan.
between, you know.
Right.
Carl Sagan,
That's
yeah.
kind of that whole, it's got to be one left or one right. It's hive mentality is what
That's
it
why,
is.
you know, Carl Sagan's a scientist, you know, he was a scientist, you know, God rest his soul. And, you know, he was always that kind of, you know, showing the conflict between both religion and science, and I really thought it was beautiful the way he did that.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean, personally, I've always considered myself an atheist, you know, first and foremost. I think, you know, when I get to prove it something, that's when can actually acknowledge it as being something possible. I mean, anything is possible, anything is even plausible, you know, if it's promoted to you, projected to you in the right light. You know, but ultimately, you know, you need proof to discern certain things, you know. Not to say that, you know, not a closed-minded atheist, you know, absolutely not. I mean, just the wonders of the world alone, you know, give you that,
Yeah, that's what
give you
we
the
need.
green light of saying, you know, anything is really possible, but I'm just saying don't jump the gun.
That's why
Work with
I
what
think
you have, you know, that you can understand. And, you know, that's pretty much
That's why I think, I kind of think more of there's gotta be something, but who knows, you know, I haven't figured that out yet, so
I,
who
I
knows?
also have a tendency to believe, yeah, you know, chances are there is something beyond us, but at the same time, I mean, does it benefit us as individuals? I think first and foremost, we should rely on ourselves, you know, what we can validate as individuals, and, you know, in that sense, skepticism serves as well the purpose, I think. You know, if something is out of your hands, you know, you don't have proper things to validate it, then you're still you, exactly, you continue to search, and I think that's the key to searching for answers.
Now your website is www.revolver1010.com.
Well, it would say
Correct.
house.
It's REVOLVR1010. No spaces or dashes or anything fun like that. And you're playing tomorrow night out at Club Indigo in the Bellroom. I'm going to get some messages on, and then we'll be right back with Revolver 1010 searching for
Only about
answers.
what, 16?
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah.